Ah, ba 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 ba. Hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. How are y'all doing? Hello Bal. Hello Danny. Hello Deadops. Hello Draysand. Hello Mike. Oh gosh. Hello Ronis. I do not know when this epilogue button appeared, but we will not click that just yet. Hello Ahoy. Hello Rex. And Fubar, thank you for the 30 stream watch streak. Hello to you as well. And Mike, thank you for the 15 stream watch streak. Today's going to be pretty calm and low energy, because I developed a headache during yesterday's stream and it has not gone away. I have been treating it to the best of my ability. I've had some moments of calm, but right now it's still there. So, low energy, we're vibing. I'm okay. We only have a few endings left of Stanley Parable, and I'm pretty sure we can get it done within the next couple of hours. So let's get to it, shall we? Balblair, is your certain cure for headaches eating me?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth?
Is that all you think?
No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Hi, Mateo. We're going to click this door 20 times.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Ah. You take care, Washi. Thanks for popping in.
I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true
of course,
reward
Washi,
for
of course.
valiant effort. I want to
Well
see some
worth it.
hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417.
Oh
Let's
gosh.
look for
Cloakbean
417.
578 just followed.
Cloakbean, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Hope you enjoy your time here. Where is... there we go.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437 on our way.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Okay, 10 clicks on 415. Where's 415?
Now, back to door number 437.
Okay.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Joey, you can't prove anything.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling
God.
it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Things I do for an achievement.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416, on my way.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Please stop yelling, Mr. Narrator.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430. Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
I was thinking you could let me have an easy one, but okay. Onwards with the story. We won't be needing you right now, Bucket. Later. Hello, Breen. How you doing? Oh, god damn it, Noodle.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring.
So we need to take the cargo lift all the way across.
Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
At that point, we are seeing new content
Look,
for
Stanley,
this
I think
particular
perhaps
run.
we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy.
Hi,
really.
Dar. How you doing?
I realize that
see
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
And who would that be, then?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside.
Wait, I didn't do the blue
to
door
let
down
her
there?
back into your life.
Oh, god damn it.
She's been waiting.
We'll do that next time, Danny. Thanks for the reminder. Okay, new content. Oh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Really? Apartment
Stanley, is that
427?
you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. Oh,
Go
right.
left?
Okay, there we go.
Can't make any movements
All
right now.
I want you to come in and tell me all about your
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Sort
They want
of.
to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh. Okay, well I can't keep going left.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh, I don't like this story.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Ooh, see.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating
Is a
lunch.
mannequin.
Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Ooh, aye.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Ooh, X.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Ooh, spend time with the boys?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Oh, fuck yeah, dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions.
Oh, the
down
adventure
another
line.
was a game with a baby. And
A
he
what
called
now?
it the Stanley Parable.
Oh fuck yeah dinner.
Yeah, you would
It
be
was
excited.
such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might
Nom.
always feel this free.
Hydrate,
Surely
thank you.
there's an answer down some new path,
No.
mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
And stretch. I'm not sure we can do this one. Honestly, like, she's a bit pale. She hasn't been getting any sun. She's totally ignored me this entire time. I'm not sure there's any love in this relationship. Ugh. I'll press the button, but I don't mean it.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly
Abba.
be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
Ooh, EP time. V.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly
Hey,
killing
Lofty.
himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. Okay, fine, we'll do it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Pizza party?
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
And who are you?
Perhaps. Oh, maybe this time you'll see.
Done anything?
And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
Oh.
And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Okay, so the blue door.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Danny,
the memo.
did we need the bucket for this one? No bucket? Cool. Vinny, hello. Hope you're doing well. How are squirrel
Stanley came
activities?
to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Squirrel be
Wow.
wet. It
Yes,
is a
this
rather
But
wet
eager
day.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, snow for the first time. Gasp.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh yeah, you don't get to the
Look,
choice
Stanley, I
with the
think perhaps
bucket.
we've
You're not
gotten
allowed
off on the
through.
wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the
Hi,
fact
26.
is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that
There's
I want
bucket
something
endings
bad
for
to happen
staying
to
in
you?
the office
Why,
and for
I
button
don't know
heaven.
how to
Good
convince
gosh.
you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley
Look
walked
behind me.
through the red door.
The papers? Oh, those are papers, please documents. Neat. Right. Blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
But there's a blue door right
All right,
here.
fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here.
Ooh.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
Ooh, another
Broken
catwalk.
rooms, exposed developer
another
textures.
catwalk.
Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yeah, I love
Do not
behind the
think I put
scenes
a lot of time
glimpses.
into that, because I did. And in the end, it was
This is
all
great.
for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you
Dragons.
want to
Hissing
see?
dragons.
Vehicles? Skill trees?
Mostly
Work with
dragons.
Me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Sounds good.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Alright, sure. Or do I ignore him? Fine, we'll take it. 26, you are proposing very good dragons.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Nothing's perfect.
Okay, so we're getting somewhere. Clearly there's something here that speaks to you. If I can be honest here, I really don't have any idea where I'm going with this. This whole third door thing was just a stab in the dark. But I guess you're into it, so let's keep this party train rolling. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Ooh, a leaderboard. Oh, these look, like legitimate profiles. Oh, and we're at the bottom. Error, friends list empty. Good God. This is your superior, and dead rat is objectively ranked. Oh. Good gosh, okay.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Let's do
You
it.
wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Go for it.
Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly
Faye, all of
confronting
my
the
streams
demands
are
of
18
family
plus. It
life.
doesn't matter what
I
game
think
I'm playing.
The art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Yeah, I know that you can actually do it. I'm not actually gonna do it, though.
You heartless bastard.
The line delivery,
you hate
though.
babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me.
More babies to
I'm not
burn.
even going to try. I'm out. I'm done.
You only let me
It's
burn the
over.
one baby. This
Thank
is
you
so
for
little
playing.
content.
Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
I bought this
What's
last
our
week.
backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your
Actual
kingdom,
Firewatch
perhaps
stream
for some
coming
sort of
eventually and
twisty,
being
erotic
eaten.
purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more.
Fox Macro,
Come,
welcome
let's
in.
venture outward and see what else is out there.
Oh gosh, Fox Macro just followed.
I appreciate the follow. Hope you enjoy your time here. Oh, went the wrong way. Go get her. What do you mean today's the day? The big yes or no?
Oh no. No.
That's too many options.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Oh, your date, of course.
Thank
Well,
goodness, Stanley, what a
best of
close
luck
call.
that things turn out well
I
for
really
you.
wandered off into that thing, that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any. Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Yeah, close call.
Now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here.
These still woods.
Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Walls are pretty good.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Oh. Oh!
Wonderful. See, this is
Some guy
exactly what I had in mind.
3657 sent
Just a
25
nice
bits
big
and said,
box for you to
since
run
you're in
around
the
in.
forest,
There isn't
I
any
don't think you will
possibility
have any
that you
trouble
could get
logging
lost
into the
here.
internet.
Now this is game design.
Sounds legitimate.
Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
So they changed the games, right? For Ultra Deluxe.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
I don't remember
Lots of cars
Firewatch
here
or
in the back,
Rocket
but
League
obviously
being
there's
in the
no
original.
racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yeah,
I love
I think
sports
surely
ball.
we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, we've been given a movement speed buff. Let's go. Ha! Ha! We're doing it! We're doing it, chat. We're the best sports ball player. Hey!
What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you run
Where
a
am
story
I?
without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Oh. We have fallen again. Oh, this is the original Half-Life mod? Oh shit, it totally is! Let's go back to our office then. DJ, I approve of these eggs. Thank you for sharing. Okay, our office was not the answer. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
Hey, I want to
He'll
see more
understand
games.
soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay, wait then. So much for waiting. Okay, so Bucketon back
All
into
his
the
co-workers
office.
were gone.
Ooh, a sippy.
What
Thank
did
you,
it mean?
Rex.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah.
As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere.
No, it
This
closed behind
adventure,
us.
he decided, was for all of them.
Okay, well, since it's closed...
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could
Where
his
are the other
co-workers really all be
computers?
gone?
Only this for the bucket ending with the the bucket ending with the button ending. Bucket button.
While Ezzy finds his way
Stanley
through this
clutched the
office
bucket
again and again and
tightly to his-
again,
This
it's
was
time
not
for today's
correct.
sponsor.
We don't have a
Are
sponsor.
you tired
Stanley
of your
had
boring
felt the
job
bucket
enlarging a
calling
drilled
to him,
hole?
telling him
Then
that
we
the
have a more riveting
employee
job for
lounge
you.
was simply the place
Contact
to
us at the
be.
forgery on 5th
And
Street
here
and
it
get
was.
started at
Had the
fastening
bucket
pieces of
turned
metal
out to be
together.
correct? No,
That was
never mind.
that was all
The bucket
terrible.
was wrong.
Thank you for the 50 bits,
Stanley
Rex.
took the door on
Happy
his
Dragon
left.
Rex
Appreciation
Gibson
Day
said 50
indeed.
bits and said, Dragon Appreciation Day.
No,
Bit slow there,
Said the
Miko.
bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
I wouldn't know
Stanley
what
did
it
not
is.
question why or how
Things are
this
going
bucket
well,
was
DJ.
speaking to him.
I hope you
It
are
should
having
have
a lovely
alarmed him, of course,
Tuesday.
because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Oh, no, so it is this one. Ah, dark room, yeah.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Okay.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend.
That was
then,
true.
very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Oh. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press C to take me to work with you.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
And back home.
Lately, I've been
Big
concerned about
stretch.
him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say
thank you,
something to
Coopity.
him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Back to work.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location.
And that's
it.
such a great ability.
It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man. Press T for us to go back home.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
How dare you?
It's sad.
Only
I
buckets.
suppose he doesn't
Just
need me
buckets.
anymore. From now on, he's just going to
Oh my
cling
God,
to this
Big Burrito.
bucket, this cold, empty bucket. This sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
See? I would love Big Burrito.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another. Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's
a good
literally
bucket.
just a bucket.
The best bucket.
Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
You're beginning to see.
Oh no.
Oh, goddammit,
I'm
Spoon.
having feelings for the bucket. No, 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 no. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing.
What are we going to do on the bed?
The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation. Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
No, it's
I
my
need
bucket.
it. Give it to me now. Give it.
You can't have it. Well, that was a thing.
All of his co-workers
Oh,
were
it
gone.
did close.
What could it mean?
So we can't take
Stanley
the bucket
decided
back
to
in
go
there
to the
yet.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, we can go for the button ending. We just need to get another couple of
When
clicks.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think that's the one
Yet
outside the
there was not a
boss's
single
office.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Right here. There. Start again.
The meeting room.
Okay, it
yes, that's
closed
where
again.
everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room and... All of his co-workers were gone. What could
There's
it
2
mean?
more endings on the
Stanley
right.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, guide me through, Danny. What do I need to do? Bucket, no bucket? No bucket. Gotcha. We're so close to seeing them all.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Start with hints.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, so I just don't pick up the phone, okay.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think
cold
perhaps we've
feet.
gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for... This is it,
Okay,
Stanley.
so
Your chance to
we'll
redeem
just let the
yourself,
phone ring and
to
not
put
do anything
your
with
work
it.
aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another... Oh, no, 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 no. Did you just unplug the phone?
Yes.
Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How's that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful
The
choices?
Mox sent 25 bits and said,
Wait a second.
Bucket wife?
Did I just see...
No bucket wife.
No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
What?
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp
I might
the
be real.
severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Oh, I'm
Please
great at
observe
making.
this helpful
I'm great at making
instructional
decisions.
video.
I swear.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
Oh.
But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice.
Okay.
He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
Okay.
Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow
Okay.
the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm
Excellent.
supposed to be having a back,
Making
sack, and
choices
crack.
on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
This seems like a good
Most
decision.
medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material
Yes,
covered in
Rex?
this video.
Ah, welcome back.
Oh.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Oh.
But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please. Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all.
Tell that
We
to
just
George
need to get you
R. R.
home
Martin.
as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Do we need those portal boots? Then we could fall. Long fall boots, that's the one. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. This sentence is false.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
I am unaware of this fishman.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Okay, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Okay. Fine, we'll go to the door on the left. Oh.
It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything
It's
we
okay.
talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you
Banter.
think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge.
We'll
I'll
figure
have to
it
live
out.
with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Yeah, I can only get up so many of the chairs. Okay.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire
I don't
game
remember
is
this
destroyed.
either, and I have played
It
it
was the
before.
only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world
This is
outside
quite the
of
garble.
you. You're a child.
Sippy, thank you, Annie.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen
That
there
is
was a
stretch.
whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would.
Oh.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Ugh.
Behave exactly as Stanley
Oh,
would.
God.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll
We're
be
in a
fine.
loop.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No. Oh, no response.
No! Why did you do that?
Oh, but it was
Quickly,
just
hurry
delayed.
back.
Oh, jeez.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just
This is
follow my
wild.
lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley
Okay,
came
will
to
we
a
get
set
the
of
same
2
delay
open
if I do
doors,
it again?
He entered the door on his left.
Same delay. So I'll get back in here, then
no!
he'll start.
Why did
Yeah.
you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Yeah, okay. I have to legitimately
Behave
just
exactly
go
as
left.
Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story
Okay.
first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Hello,
All right.
Zune. How you doing?
When Stanley came
you're
to a
doing
set
well.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And through we go. Oh, it's
Yet
okay
there was
this
not a
time.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Aw.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh god, locking every door. Computer's off. That's locked. Oh!
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any
Green.
human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week.
His boss needs to learn
115.
security.
Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within
Is it
himself
urgent,
the
Naya?
courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code. Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
I'm trying.
He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Thing is, Stanley can't speak.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do.
I cannot
I asked
speak.
you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices.
I do not need
He
to
knows
say
what it
Night
means
Shark
to take a story
115.
seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Calm down.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hi, Suggs.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
Stanley's not okay. Hi,
Stanley,
Vitae.
I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Oh my god, he sounds so
Stanley, this is
concerned.
important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me?
I'll do
Whatever
show and
choice
tell
you
in a
make is
second.
just
Thank
fine.
you,
It
go
looks
get her.
right. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do.
This is so sad.
Take as much time as you need.
Good God. Right. So today's show and tell is a little item that hasn't been made in huge numbers. My hands, there are only two. No, a streamer friend of mine did a small production run of... Thank you, Alcippe. Colozoon, give me my third hand back. A small production run of plushies. So right here we have Rich the Moogle. He had
Can I finally have hands TBH?
had this. You can't, Miko. Yeah, fellow streamer Rich got a little production run of plushies done, and I decided to support him and get one. So he arrived, and he's a Widow Moogle. He's got his little wings and his little ears and his little palm. And it is really well made. It is really well made. And oddly, very oddly, you can take his clothes off. I do not know why, but his clothes do in fact come off if you really try. Which tier are Moogles? A tier. Good callback. But yeah, no, it's really cute. And Rich is one of those many
It's
streamers.
okay, Azzy. I'm going to have your hands.
No, I'm
Smiley
keeping my
face.
own hands. I'm keeping my own hands. What was I about to say? You made me lose my train of thought. Yeah, Rich is one of those streamers that I wish I could watch more, but he starts at like 1 a.m. GMT, so I'm asleep. But, I mean, I'd love to get a shout out to Rich regardless, because I'm sure the Americans in the audience would enjoy watching him. I just need to actually get his page up so I can remember his exact username. What? There's no bye then, I'm still here. I'm just gonna go ahead and give Rich a shout out, and then we're back to the game. Is this it?
If I can't have hands, no one come here, Azzy. Smiley face.
Yes, I remembered his username correctly. Excellent. Annie, did you accidentally time out 26? Anyway, that's Rich. Shout out in chat for Rich. Does great streams that are perfect for anyone in the more American time zones. He did a small production run of plushies and they're really cute. So that's show and tell.
Nom.
Now, will the door close behind us?
A soft
Nom.
wind
Thank
blew
you for the
outside
tier
and
1 gift
perhaps rain
subscription to
started.
Rikakupo.
And if it
Oh my
did,
gosh.
stop
Wishes to
shortly
remain
after.
anonymous.
Stanley
Thank you,
hoped that
anonymous
he'd one day
gifter.
see weather.
26, not offended that he was timed out, but for the length of the timeout. Oh, Pocat! Sorry, I didn't notice your wave. Hello, good to see you.
This is indeed so sad. Alexa
When
played a
Stanley
space
came to
toe.
a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Any more endings to the right without the bucket, Danny? Oh, god damn it, Syeth. Abba.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Stretch, only one ending left on the right. Cold feet. Does that require the bucket? No bucket. Gotcha.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open
Cold
door on
feet.
his left.
Cold feet.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No, you already confirmed to me that just lets you actually do things legitimately.
All this
Hello,
co-workers were
King.
gone. What could it mean?
Door locked behind us.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
Okay, we'll do the
room.
unplugging, but with the
What new
buckets.
mysteries lay in store for our bucket-loving
Are your
heroes
feet cold?
today? Let's find out.
Just warm them up in my mouth. I promise not to go further than
Stanley
that.
clutched the
Miko,
bucket
I do not
tightly to
trust
his-
you.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay, so we gotta get to the phone and unplug
No,
it with the
Said
bucket.
the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
And yeah, Annie,
The
thanks for
cargo
popping
lift.
in. You
Good,
take care.
said the
I have
bucket.
also got
Now
a
ride
headache,
the lift all the way
so
to
I know the
top.
feel.
There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly
there's
did
my
whatever
menthol
the
stick.
bucket asked.
Little extra layer on my head for pain relief. And we are Lid. Thank you. We are continuing.
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here. Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Vex! Good to see you. How you doing?
Now pick up the phone. Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
Because
Were
endings.
you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley.
No, this
A
is
talking
serious.
Bucket.
This is serious, narrator.
Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker?
Both of those things.
Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes.
Wait,
there
another
is.
video?
It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
Oh.
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies?
What?
And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully,
you better
the
hope so.
answer to all of these questions is yes.
Wait, what about
Let's
that political
dive
one?
deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit,
This
with
seems
one of
specific.
your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body.
Careful
These
with
are
that
the
angle.
optimal conditions for good comedic timing.
Oh, take
To
care,
begin the
Mike.
joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary.
What?
When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm Dunny with the funny.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy.
We're doing
Finally,
a great job.
it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard
Surveys.
data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times, just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying
I'm glad you
attention
agree,
and
Miko.
not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter
Oh,
in
God.
no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front
What?
lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invaders who threaten our very existence.
What?
And who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Oh.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well,
What
no matter.
happened?
I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Okay.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail
Oh my
the
God,
delivery.
Danny.
You'll be in stitches. A talking
You
bucket,
learned
you'll
well.
say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure.
There's only
The
one
bucket
king here,
spoke
and
to
it's the
Stanley.
king of Kobold.
The bucket spoke The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Sil, good to see you. I hope you rest well. Get some EP time in.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Oh.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's
Vex
going on?
Jolteon
There were
resub
supposed
for
to be
3 months
several
and said
rooms
third month.
leading up to
Ah,
this.
thank you for
There
the
was
sub,
supposed to be a
Vex.
build-up
I
to this
appreciate
point.
it.
A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And
The
it's
Cult of the
all
Lamb
my
sex
fault. I must
update
have
is out,
forgotten
good
the
God.
phone room
They
comes
keep
immediately
updating it.
after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp. I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
We're not doing that again, are we?
Surely that will help me improve my... Here we go. You ready?
Oh, God.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the
Wait,
right,
what?
leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this was all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on.
Yes, you
all
are.
because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
Stanley,
Oh,
you
we're doing
love
this
the
again.
bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison.
Ugh.
Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not? Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos.
The devs did a great job with
That's
this.
what will make me the king of comedy.
Oh, God damn it,
More
Val.
instructional videos. Let's see.
Abba.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked
Really?
over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Okay. So we have one more ending to the right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
Cold
knew it
feet.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took
Cold
the first
feet.
open door on his left.
Danny, tell me if I've gone past it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone
Now I
else is
have, okay.
difficult, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful. The meeting room. Yes,
It
that's where
keeps
everyone would
closing.
be.
We need it to
Stanley just
stay
needed to
open.
get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Okay. Cold feet
When
is the
Stanley came
hint.
to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Vex, I have been
was
told
okay.
that there is a bucket variant of the
But
Return
eager
to Your
get back to
Office
business,
and
Stanley took the
Button
first
Heaven
open door on
ending.
his left.
So, yeah, I need to return to my office with the
Stanley
bucket.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay. I can't try to go back. I can't try to go through there. You said I'd gone past it once I got on the cargo lift. I've already done the one where I go down there, though. Is there a safe way down? Tea! You can nibble a little bit. None of these are safe drops.
But in his eagerness
No.
to prove...
I think you might need to let me know straight up.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. Now this, Stanley thought to himself, this is a bucket. And indeed it was.
Okay, still won't open. Sippy, thank you. Oh, okay, Vex. Okay, I get you.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
We've got
and
this.
Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay. But eager to get back to business,
It was
Stanley
okay.
took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it. Come on.
Do a backflip.
I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
And then I'll do it with the bucket. Stay open?
Even now,
Damn it.
Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There
I'm
was a
sorry I
computer
didn't do a
there.
backflip.
Finally, yes, the bucket. Yes, yes, yes.
We do not have unlimited rotation on that,
Stanley clutched the bucket
Access.
tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee
Flicky.
lounge was simply the
Hello.
place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
But Flicky, can't you be the main character?
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes.
Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down, since the lift won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket. Did you know that buckets are routinely used as cushioning devices? It's true. You can fall on a bucket from literally any height and survive.
It's actually going to make me survive, isn't it?
Whoops.
Oh,
Looks like I was
no.
wrong. How clumsy of me.
Never mind.
All of his
So
co-workers were
that's
gone.
everything, right?
What could it mean?
Except
Stanley
getting
decided
back
to go
into
to
the
the meeting
office.
Stanley knew the
Oh.
all of his co-workers
God damn
were
it.
gone. One man, one bucket. Even now, Stanley's office
Wait.
was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting?
Is it possible to play with 0 voice volume and subtitles disabled?
We can vor if we want to, we can eat our friends alive. Cause your
Oh.
friends aren't preds, and if they aren't preds, then they're all food of mine.
I'm sure that'll be in the charts. Yeah, we did get that one, Vex. And yeah, you can in fact play with absolutely no narration. Yeah, we've been doing everything, like every ending, and then the bucket version. Are you sure about this, Danny? It keeps closing. Like, I'd love to have the bucket. Ah! And again? Are we absolutely certain? It stayed open! You're totally right!
The door to his office was still open. He rushed in with his bucket and shut the door.
We're good.
The pressure of going out and finding another bucket variant on one of the Stanley Parable's classic endings was simply too much for him. "It's nothing but swapped-out dialogue describing a bucket," he screamed to himself. "It's not nearly different enough to be considered a true sequel." No. He would stay right here in his office where things were safe, familiar. If others were happy with the bucket endings, well, good for them. But Stanley knew that one day, somehow, a true sequel would emerge with actual new content.
Any day now.
If only he had waited long enough. Just a little longer, Stanley. Keep waiting. You'll get it one day, surely. Eventually. Just keep waiting. Just a
Judge,
little longer now.
I order you to pay $10,000, Mario. Why? Judge, it's a fine. Mario, no it's a not.
That's good.
A soft wind blew.
Okay, we need it to stay open one more time. And instead of shutting the door,
All of his coat.
we trigger the button ending. And then I think that's it.
Just a step. How long was I sitting there? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Danny, did you want me to do
Stanley
something
decided
when
to
we
go
were
to
in
the
this
meeting
layout?
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh! In 426. Welcome to the whiteboard. What? Dog mode. Oh, when we left Cliff.
It's bucket time. Stanley clutched the bucket.
Okay, that's cute. Door closed.
Stanley knew the office left.
Door closed.
All of his
Door closed.
All of his co-workers.
Door closed.
All of his
The end is
God
never
damn
the
it,
end
Norm.
is never the end 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 is never the
The end is never. Oh,
nom
Already.
now that was comedic timing, Nico.
nom.
The Stanley decided.
Oh, come on. Crystal, thank you for the stream, the watch streak.
Just a step.
Hope you're doing well.
All of his co-workers were good.
Oh, come on, door, stay open. We have one more ending.
Stanley decided to. All of his
Every morning I take my cow on a long walk through the local vineyard. I heard it through the grapevine.
All of his co-workers were.
That's bad. That's bad.
All of his co. Stanley knew.
Stop closing the door.
Stanley decided to go.
I'm so upset.
All of his co.
Just one more.
All of his co.
Okay, this is it. Bucket.
Bucket time.
Yes, it is. Bucket and button. What? What?
The Mox sent 25 bits and said, Stanley decided THA, all of his co. Stanley decided, Stanley decided that.
Buckets! Buckets. Yeah, we're moving, but I don't think we're moving. Is this another one of those situations where I have to choose when this ends? It never ends, so just go to the epilogue. Bap. Right. The end. The epilogue.
The Mox sent 100 bits and said, the end is never the end, the end is never the end, the end is never the end, the end is never the end.
Yeah, but time has passed, so the end. Oh, okay. So this is the desert from the end of the world ending. Okay.
Congratulations.
This is cozy.
You have reached the end of your journey. Literally. You entered Journey on the PlayStation.
But Journey's on PC now. You can get it on Steam right now. Not every PlayStation game. Get Sony to remember that Bloodborne exists challenge impossible. Emulators. Oh.
I used to be really into Egyptian architecture until I realized it was just a giant pyramid scheme.
Yeah, if I buy a PS4, Bloodborne will release on PC, but I ain't buying a PS4. This... Oh. Oh yeah, no, we sent the bucket away in this, to be safe. Hello, bucket. Appa, 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 appa. Generator's running. Memory zone ain't looking so hot. Looking a little bit run down. Oh. Oh, a review! Like so many, I enjoyed my time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am with its sequel. When the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fanbase. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about the enjoyable bits from the Stanley Parable 1, like the adventure line? Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collecting all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting.
He is currently a mouse, but don't worry, he will gill you up well as soon as the potion wears off. If you get him before me, I get you as well.
I doubt this. You know it's not real because it's a blog post from the 2020s. Yeah, 2027 apparently. They just stopped posting for 14 years. Gotta say though, they do have comments from a Piss Order 0999. Cat dog born. Scientists confirm hybrid species. The Mammal Times. Okay.
Thank you.
No more spin-offs, no more sequels. Oh my god, get green. Get on the green. I'm not reading that entire thing out loud. More Stanley Parable isn't what the fans want. Vision was wrong. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. You mean 26 times?
Jim.
I guess they never quite figured out the feature, huh?
Jim.
Is this content? Oh.
Stanley.
They did it.
Stanley.
What's that a picture of? It's a couple of guys. You know, I made that button for you for when you came back from the skip. Good God.
Stanley.
Yeah, looks like Buttspot has decided to catch up with chat. You remember how I didn't pick up that very first one? If I had picked up that one more, we'd be at 26. Oh, the consequences. I deserve this. At that. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Oh! Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developers said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise? What nonsense. The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground. Let's drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to the legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together, we're going to make the Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title screen. We also had a really dumb subtitle for the game. Something loud and gaudy. Oh, I hope it's Reckoning.
Nom.
Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game.
Nom.
Ooh. Oh, we need the first one first. Okay, I'm thinking of what I want to go for. Expired boyfriends. I like expired boyfriends. It's absurd, I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way the Stanley Parable will never end. And nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work. No need to do that. Of course you all made it Vaughny. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again with a new title screen. What do you say? Should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Yeah, fuck it. Then it's agreed, a new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you put faith in my idea...
I think my boyfriend's expired. He's starting to grow mold. Is it safe to cut it off or should I throw him out and get a new one?
Keep it and get a new one. I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not. I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me. Let's fix it. Alright, there. The achievement machine is all fixed. See? I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. It cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the wheel turning. I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's only one last thing we need to do. Enter the current time. Ooh, immaculate. Oh, this. What? Okay.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
And you say
Stanley
it'll
worked for a
actually have
company
the
in a
number
big
in it?
building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And
Was
then
he,
one
though?
day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to
Good.
follow. No one had
Gosh.
showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses,
Okay,
he got
so
up from his desk and stepped out. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
you can go back to the Stanley
Stanley
Parable 2
decided to
room
go
with
to the
the
meeting
bucket
room.
and
Perhaps
pick up
he
a
had
new
simply-
bucket.
It's bucket time.
Okay. Well, yeah, we have to go to the achievement screen, don't we? Gotta go to the achievement machine and get our achievement, and then that's the game. But I do have plans for after that, so that's wonderful.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Okay.
The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, I was looking the wrong way.
Yes,
Okay.
Fun fact,
isn't this far
chest burster
superior to a
hamster isn't that
measly
far-fetched.
re-release with a few
A
minor
medieval
additions?
execution
Think
slash
of all the
torture
new
method was to
territory
put
we'll
someone in a
cover
cage
with
with
a
rats,
fully-fledged
then light a
sequel.
fire
An
at the bottom of the
entirely
cage.
new experience,
The
built
rats
from
would then
the
eat
ground
slash
up.
claw their
Why,
way
there are
out of
so
the
many
person to get away from the
possibilities.
fire.
It could go in so
This
many
has been your
different
Miko-sponsored
directions.
history lesson.
This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Thank you for the history
Now, to be
lesson.
clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here
The
we are.
thropies?
Go on, try out some
Do
of
you
the
mean
new
like the figures? Yeah, we got all the figures.
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did
No,
you
there
get a
aren't.
second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me?
Okay, technically I did miss one of those figures.
Stanley!
Oh,
Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you.
Oh,
Stanley,
no.
the power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
never. Yeah, I mean, how many of the achievements do I have? I have 7 of the achievements. So, I'm missing the test achievement, which is what we're trying for now. I can't believe the bucket's dead. Okay, so that was through here? Yes. Allegedly, the achievement machine is fixed now.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see,
Critics
you all
agree
come
that the
to this
death of the
lever,
bucket
and
signaled
when you
the
pull
series
it,
jumping the
the
shark.
achievement will be given
The
to
next
you.
4
As you
entries
can
in the
see,
Stanley
the
Parable
machine
would
is
see
not working
progressively
yet
lower
since-
critical
well,
ratings and sales
wait,
figures,
what in the holy
until
hell is
eventually
going
the
on?
narrator was forced to
We've got
work
the
at Wendy's.
achievement. Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched?
Oh,
Oh, God. Composure. Composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2.
truly it does.
Breathe. Just breathe.
See, the only achievement I can now get is complete the Stanley Parable in under 4 minutes 22 seconds. What ending does that have to be? Is that the one where you just listen the entire time?
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Wait, do we have more jumps? We still don't have more jumps.
You know what?
Okay. What?
Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well.
Refill.
Oh, wait. You already spent all your...
Okay. So, we'll try the speedrun achievement.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
Restart
entered the door on
until
his left.
he skips the boss's office. Gotcha.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office,
Okay. Okay, on the second try, we'll
even
go
now,
get that
Stanley's
Easter
office
egg.
was a distant memory.
Oh, I do have
What
to
did
open
look
it,
like?
god damn it.
There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
At least it's quick.
When Stanley came to a
Ah,
set of
take
2
care,
open
Vex.
doors,
Thanks for popping
he
in.
entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any... Stanley was in such a rush to get
Hi,
through
Jack.
the
Hope
story
you're
as
doing
quickly
well.
as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
What do I need to be on the lookout for this Easter egg, Danny?
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Pat, pat, pat. 26 is just thrilled.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of
Press
his
the
job.
buttons
Why
until
did he
the
feel
mind
this
control
now,
elevator
when for
comes
years
down.
it had never
Then
occurred to him?
retrace your steps.
This question would
Oh,
not
God
go
damn it, Sire.
unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The
First
lights
light.
rose on an enormous room packed with television
Or
screens.
first button,
What
rather.
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Cameras
Now the
on.
monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
Face punch logo.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Gotta wait for a bit. Yeah, Mike, we've done the one where we fall to the bottom of this pit. We've done the one where we fall out of bounds in the office. Were there any others? There we go.
Quick Azzy, now play every single Simpsons episode at the same time.
We did the fall with the bucket as well! Oh! Secrets all the way, never give up on your dreams. Secrets mode engaged. Secrets Room 2014. High resolution secret texture. Secrets. You never go secrets. Don't touch the secrets. Disco secrets. Oh, stretch and hydrate, thank you. William hides the best secrets. It's a Kevin Cloud stock track. So now can I just get on the elevator and it's just as if nothing ever happened?
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life.
The tone is just
Someone else's
totally off.
control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
Did you
Was it even
disarm the
possible?
bomb?
Had he truly
There's
spent
no way
his
that's
entire
possible.
life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink
Seriously
in,
though, can
Stanley
you disarm the
decided
bomb?
that this
Is that a
machinery
thing?
would never again exert its terrible power over another
I thought it was
human
impossible.
life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, so we're restarting.
All of his co-workers were gone.
And we're going
What
for the
could it
speed
mean?
run.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, this feels so vanilla at this point.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitoring.
Can I not
this
get it
place where
fast
freedom
enough
meant nothing.
with that closure?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided... blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Hi, Noodle.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened,
Very
Stanley
slowly
reflected
opened.
on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that
Analyst
he had been
Darkett sent
seeking,
25 bits and
but
said,
happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to
No
understand,
pun, Annie?
but to
Too
let
busy?
go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to
Thank
do,
you for the bits.
or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Did we do it? We didn't do it. Okay, so begin the game again and just gun it.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Speed, 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 speed.
Here's the door, just go.
Moving, moving, moving.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Come on.
Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life.
This
Their
game is
true
really
nature
zooming through the
revealed.
plot.
Each bore
Yeah,
the
it
number
really
of
is.
an employee in the building.
It's totally the
Stanley's
game's fault.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I'm on.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept
didn't say
it.
Amma, I
His
said
own
Abba.
life
I'm always
in
saying
someone
Abba.
else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life
Come on.
utterly
Faster,
blind
faster,
to the
faster.
world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided...
Abba. We can't bunny hop. We can't
and a
jump.
rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected
this part is
on how
so
many
slow.
puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the
Like,
machine's
if
grasp?
this isn't a
What other
success,
mysteries did
then
this
I
strange
don't know
building
what
hold?
we can do about
But
it.
as sunlight streamed into the chamber, He realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
We need to make that go
Perhaps
faster.
his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
Like, the only other thing I could think
all
is
he needed
to
know. It was perhaps
turn the
only
machine
thing
on,
worth
not
knowing.
off. But
Stanley stepped
I don't think that's
through
meant
the
to be
open
the
door.
ending. This is the one where we do everything he says.
Stanley
Oh, no, we got
felt
it.
The cool breeze
We got
upon
it.
his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of
So now the
new
only
path
two achievements
before
we
him.
need are
This was
don't
exactly
play
the
the Stanley
way.
Parable for
Right
10
now,
years,
the
and
things
play it
were
for the
meant to
entire
happen.
duration of a Tuesday.
Stanley was
So, neither of those we can do here. So, there's one more thing I wanted to do today. Because, yeah, this is the end of Stanley Parable 3, Expired Boyfriends. Wait, now quit the game and restart it a few times? Okay. Yeah, it's Tuesday, but I haven't played it for the entirety of Tuesday, therefore... I assume I'd need to... Oh, okay. 4. Deadly spiders. The Stanley Parable 4 Deadly Spiders. Okay, we'll do it again. How many of these
Thank
did they
you.
make? The Stanley Parable 5. The Final Birthday Party. Fucking clip art. What have we got for 6? Like, how many of those backgrounds could they have made? Stanley Parable 6. Liquid Boyfriends. There's a fucking penguin! What have we got next? I'm trying to be as Vaughny as possible with every option. Stanley Parable 7. Crocodile Boyfriends! Oh yeah! More Kevin McLeod! I know this one! But it's time for a sequel. And it better be Vaughny, because it's Stanley Parable 8. Oh, these aren't good. You know, fuck it. Stanley Parable 8, The Moon. Good God. Really, how many of these did they prepare for? Are they randomizing the contents of the menu so it can just keep going? Stanley Parable 9. Journey to Skeleton. Oh. Okay, unless I'm told otherwise, we're going to do 10, and then we're done with the Stanley Parable. So unless there's some Easter egg if you hit a certain number that we can feasibly reach, we'll get 10. Stanley versus Gun. I don't think Stanley's gonna do well. I don't think Stanley's gonna do well. Randomly generated. Okay, so I think we've seen enough of the Stanley Parable. This is where I'm going to have the VOD cut. Because I want to go finish Corn Kids 64.